Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Matt Jones. We got a lot to talk about for today. The heat and the humidity, that's going to be a big concern. Some dangerous heat for parts of the Arklatex. But before we talk about that, we have to talk about another round of severe weather. Now, during the day today, it actually looks very quiet. We're going to get a nice long break of some dry weather all the way through the afternoon. So nothing going on through 5 p.m. However, as we get into the evening, we're quickly going to see an area of storms evolving across Texas and Oklahoma. Those will then race their way into the Arklatex pretty quickly. So by 9 p.m., you can already see some really nasty storms knocking on our doorstep there, and that will likely turn into a big bow echo or a big squall line that'll push through. So you can see it blast through northwest Louisiana probably right around midnight, maybe in a few hours prior to that. So the timing is kind of sped up a little bit on this forecast model, but anywhere around midnight we could see these moving into Shreveport, and then that races out of here pretty quickly. In fact, the latest forecast model here indicates that we could already be done with these storms by about 1 a.m. and then we're quieting down as we head into Friday morning, but we could see yet another round fire up through the morning hours of Friday. This one, though, looks like it's going to stay mainly offshore north and east, but nonetheless still that potential for some additional storms here on our Friday. So we do have that severe risk later on tonight across a large portion of the Arklatex as that line blasts its way in from the north and west. Most of us right now underneath a slight risk, but I would not be surprised if that does eventually get upgraded to a level 3 because it looks like we have a pretty good chance of some damaging winds. Now, as far as the severe weather impacts for tonight, tornado threat, very, very low. Not very concerned about that. The damaging wind potential, that is the biggest concern tonight as this turns into that big line. So damaging winds 60, maybe up to 70 miles an hour, and the potential also for some larger hail as well. So it could be another active night across the area. All right, let's shift gears now and talk about the heat and the humidity. Temperatures this afternoon. Now, the actual air temperatures really won't be all that bad. We're talking low to mid 90s, but that humidity today is awful. Those dew points are in the upper 70s. That is just about as muggy as it ever gets around here, so that's going to make it feel really bad. 95 in Texarkana, 94 Shreveport, 95 in Natchitoches and Coshada, 93 in Marshall. But look at that heat index. When you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel like the triple digits. It will feel like around 105 for many of us today, but down to the south, it could feel like 110, and that's where we do have a heat advisory, and that'll be in effect basically from now all the way through about 8 p.m. this evening. It's going to stay incredibly humid for the weekend, and really those oppressively humid conditions will continue all the way through next week, so the heat and humidity is here to stay for a while. 94 today, storms likely tonight, could see a few more storms on Friday, then we dry out a bit over the weekend, temperatures heating up even more, upper 90s Sunday and Monday, and that hot weather will continue into next week.